Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for coming back from lunch. I hope it was wonderful. And I hope that the session is of interest and that it makes you glad that you came back. What you're going to hear today is relatively brief reports, given how much each of them could talk if we let them loose, on a process called the Malaria Ivermectin Roadmap. This is for the development of ivermectin MDA as a complementary vector control tool against malaria, which has been spoken about, and you're going to hear the scientific basis for that very rapidly, but assuming this is already something that is now going to go into the various aspects of what thinking about development, repurposing of this tool for impact, and thinking about a drug for impact on vector control would look like. Now, okay. So I'm Regina Rabinovich at Harvard Tichan and East Global Barcelona Institute for Global Health. And I've been part of what we call the Roadmappers for the past 9 months. This is a project funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And this thing, there we go. The core idea, of course, is complementary vector control, indirect benefit at a community level, and drug-based vector control. And the work streams that were developed during the roadmap included understanding the status and the plans and design for clinical trials, understanding safety, dose selection, and regimen, and both the biology and the options for that. Understanding safety risks in terms of environmental impact from ivermectin, the opportunities for its use in mammalian species other than humans, and we'll go into that, and the linkage of the policy process for a drug for vector control, which itself has caused a little bit of chaos, but now clarified working with WHO as they have built out their policy processes, as well as the planning that needs to begin as one engages in the product development to how such a product would be launched, how it would be taken on by countries, when debriefings need to take place, how it finances and implementation, and what would the options for that be. The group that was identified reflected a number of disciplines, not only people involved in malaria and NTDs, regulatory, ethics, vector tool R&D, industry. We had 2 companies involved and others consulted by phone over time. We conducted much of this work virtually, but ended up having a very intense and productive session about 6 months ago that really brought into contrast some of the concepts that we will be talking about today. 4 of the roadmappers have agreed to flesh out some of the discrete areas, and we will have presentations, clarifying questions, and then really set it up for discussion between Professor Binka and myself. And with that, let me invite, so here are the high-level concepts: clinical, policy, manufacturing, supply, financing, and country systems, and then realizing it doesn't matter that it's an old drug. If you're going to use it in very new ways with new groups for new endpoints, it's really transitioning from introduction to